I remember the first day I came over, I was like, this cannot be real. I thought it was so beautiful. The view from the ferry is like, you just get closer and closer to these beautiful homes, the beautiful water, and just the landscape. And I just thought it was so beautiful.
I enjoy being on the island because it's very easy. I've got everything here I need. I only like to leave the island when I go on holiday.
I'm Phoebe Merrick, I'm 23 years old.
I'm Reuben Sandoy and I'm 29 years old.
And we make about 132,000 USD.
And we both live on Waiheke Island, New Zealand.
Me and Reuben were introduced by a mutual friend at a bar on the island. They just had a random DJ at an event and he was brought up to me and we just started talking and hung out for a month straight after. And then we did Vegas because we both love F1 and there was a Formula 1 race at the time. And then yeah, he asked me to be his girlfriend at the top of the Vegas Ferris wheel. What a dream. That is when we decided that I would be moving back to New Zealand to live with him permanently.
I do anything plumbing on Waiheke, from new houses to maintenance.
When I first moved over, I worked in a restaurant and was not making very much. I don't know if it would have been possible for me to financially support myself without Reuben. It's quite expensive here. The food I do find to be quite expensive. Utilities is quite expensive. Luckily, Reuben's job actually works better living on Waiheke Island because there's less competition for his work.
I obviously get a lot of stick from that from my friends. I was actually saving for a property to buy. It's a lot easier for me to stay at home so I can try buy my own house on Waiheke. And that's pretty much was the whole purpose.
The amount of money we spend on food is not good. We just like to eat a lot. We're definitely big foodies. It's probably what we enjoy spending the most money on versus anything like shopping or going into the city. We definitely spend it more on food. There's limited option for dining out on Waiheke, so you kind of get to know all the restaurants here, and they're all quite expensive on the island, so we do prefer to cook for ourselves because we can have what we want and it is slightly cheaper. Groceries are quite expensive, so it's not significantly cheaper than the restaurants, but it is slightly cheaper.
Petrol is significantly a lot more expensive. Generally, you're looking at like 10% more on everything because there's a freight coming over. Pretty much just everything will be more expensive.
And there's a lot of things that you're not able to buy on the island that you have to buy off island. So we do have to take the ferry over to the city for certain necessities, and that can accumulate quite a cost. It is quite an expensive ferry. So if we are going into the city, we do try to make it worthwhile just because it's $30 spent. So get everything you need in town, see as many people as you need to see. I personally go about once a week. We like to see friends in town, do activities in town because there's not too much of nightlife on the island. So we'll go into town if we want to see a show or go out to a bar with friends. Or sometimes we will go in just for a little date night to go to a restaurant that's different from the island and try something new. I found it hard to find long-term friends when I came here because a lot of people come here to only live for a few short months and then they go and keep traveling. So I did have a lot of friends that would pick up and move away, which was a bummer, but we've, I think, eventually now found our group of people. All the Kiwis here found it very amusing, but I was just trying to be super honest that I had some very dumb moments when I first came over. In the US, you pay for petrol before you pump, but that's not common here. You typically will put the petrol in your car, then go inside and pay for it, which I just could not really comprehend. I had to have Reuben explain it to me. Restaurant culture, I think, is different. Basically, in New Zealand, you'll typically go up to the cashier to pay, so I didn't know that, and I was waiting for my check. I definitely do feel a lot happier just because my lifestyle is different. It tends to be like people have a lot more free time and we're able to all spend time together, and it feels a lot more social. People really believe in travel here, so I feel very like-minded with everyone. It's worth it for the lifestyle for me. However much we complain about the ferry, I think it's fun that that's how we get to the city on a boat. Everything just felt a bit more worth it to me to pay. Like I was a bit happier to pay for things here than I was in the US.
The plan was to always buy our own place. I'd been looking for over a year. The housing market in New Zealand has gone pretty crazy, but now there's a bit of a recession. Prices have just leveled out quite nicely, and it's a good time to buy.
In the US, you have to build up your credit score, which is a bit different here. It's not based on credit score. And while it is expensive and it is difficult, the fact that it was possible for us, I found quite surprising, but it was definitely a happy surprise.
The house was also a bit of a fixer-upper, so that scared a lot of people away, but worked in our favour. So the renovation work that needs to get done is pretty much everything. There's leaks in the roof. It's got to get like new flooring, it needs painting. We're going to do it in stages because we're going to live in it. It needs a new bathroom, new kitchen, but it's all livable at the moment, which is good. It just needs to get upgraded.
I think we're both very excited to renovate together. It is something that we both find quite fun. It's a great financial step to take as a couple, so it will be worth it in the long run, even if it is a bit scary right now.
We've just bought a house on Waiheke, so I'm obviously pretty excited to get quite comfortable in it and have a good time.
Long term, definitely New Zealand is probably the easiest place for us. We've been able to set things up where we can buy a home and eventually save up again, and I can consistently travel back home to the US. I'm not really sure if I was living and working in the US if I would be able to afford to save up and pay for a couple flights back to New Zealand each year. Things could change, but things have worked out quite nicely for us, so we're pretty happy with it.